Hi, my name is Nancy, and today I'll be discussing the case of Elizabeth Escalona and the use of rational choice theory. My thesis is that Escalona's actions were impulsive and they did not follow rational choice principles. To get started, rational choice theory basically means that individuals are rational actors who make decisions weighing both the benefits and the cost of their actions. So, for example, more crimes offenders commit crimes more because the rewards outweigh the risk. So some risk that would be their punishment, their shame, or social consequences that they could come across from doing either deviant behaviors or committing crimes. Some key terms from the classical school of criminology are basically free will and rationality. So people choose to commit the crimes, they have free will. Deterrence, so basically the punishment should prevent other people from committing crimes. Proportionality, so the punishment should fit the crime, so the punishment cannot be excessive or too lenient. Certainty, celerity, and severity, but they all mean that basically the deterrence, in order for deterrence to work, the punishment has to be certain, swift, and appropriately severe towards that individual. Equality before the law basically means that the justice should be impartial and predictable. I think that Escalona's violent assault on her, getting onto the case, basically, Escalona's violent assault on her 2-year-old daughter is basically very sudden, very emotionally charged. I mean, what was said, just looking at through the case, that her daughter just had just an accident. I mean, little kids have accidents all the time, so it shouldn't have been too much of a surprise. But the reaction that Escalona had towards that action was just very sudden, very abrupt. I mean, she had already abused her children before that, but to this extent, there had not been like, from what I had seen, there had not been too much, especially this severe. Her behavior, it lacked any clear or strategic benefit. So basically, both there was no benefit from that she was receiving or her daughter was receiving through her actions. There was only harm towards her child and towards herself. I mean, the punishment that she had received, 90 is basically a 99-year sentence from the action that she committed. So basically, this disputes that this was a rational thought. That it's not through the rational choice theory. Basically, because there was no decision making process. There was no premeditating. It was just rage and emotional instability right off the bat. She also, I mean, she, with all the movements being very sudden, there was no likelihood that there was any weighing of consequences that she would get. I mean, she just acted. So, and showing that she had committed, like, in addition to all of this, the fact that she had committed this crime in front of others just shows the lack of concern, which to me shows that she maybe wasn't in the right mind when she was committing, like, abusing her child. I mean, someone was bound to know that something was happened to her daughter. I mean, from gluing her to the wall with super glue, her skin being ripped or having like pieces of paint being absolutely like bruised, and the daughter was found laying down on the ground barely breathing and was in a coma for several, at least minimum several days. I mean, there was some research that showed that it was a minimum a month, but some it showed like it was just a day, a week. um yeah, I also, what could relate to this would be like, could be a factor into why she was not very rational while she was committing the crime, would be that she suffers from trauma. I mean, she was abused by her mom's husband for a long time. I mean, her ex-boyfriends also abused her, so she saw like actual physical abuse as basically normal at the same time, but still doesn't justify her actions at all. It doesn't justify, but you could see how that type of trauma could affect a person, especially her having this many kids. I mean, she also suffered from substance abuse, and I mean, not suffer, but yeah, she smoked weed from a very young age, so that could have some developmental, that could affect her developmental process as she grew up. Um, overall, I think like her 99-year sentence is not fully justified, simply for the fact that there has been a worse. I mean, absolutely abusing your daughter is definitely like severe. Don't get me wrong, but a 99-year sentence I think is too much. I mean, I think that not only should she serve a sentence, but she should serve like a rehabilitation. She should have treatment done towards her that could help her. I mean, she had already showed remorse towards her daughter throughout the trial. She said that she's not an evil person. She's not a monster anymore. But when she was committing that crime, that she was a monster. I mean, she could also be lying. There is that factor, but I definitely do think that a 99-year sentence is too excessive, or unless they do like a I think like a 50-year sentence, and then have the rest of the like rehabilitation after that until she is mentally okay. I definitely don't think that she should, or as she does her sentence, do rehabilitation. But I definitely don't think that she should be near her children at all, though. I definitely do think that her parental rights should be completely revoked. Um, Overall, I think Escalona's behavior like fails, does not does not fit into the rational choice theory. Her actions were very impulsive, emotionally driven, and they lacked any meaningful cost benefit analysis. So while the situation and like the factors explain her, like certain outside factors explain her state of mind on why she acted that way and why she did anything, they do not make her actions rational. um Things like I had mentioned, like the substance abuse, do explain why she was not in the right state of mind, but I also think that that makes it so that it's not a rational choice. She did not deliberately think about doing. I mean, she just did it. But yeah, that is my take on this case and applying rational choice theory to this case. I mean, it was a really sad case, and thank you for listening.